Introduction, Mr. Speaker.
Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Ladies and gentlemen of the House, I'm going to read a little blurb, a little bio of a person that I would like to introduce today. And Mr. Speaker, you met her 2 weeks ago, so I know you're anticipating meeting her again. At an early age, Jennifer knew she was destined for great things because she is an independent thinker. She tried the normal corporate routine. In her 20s, she left her career and the confines of her cubicle in corporate America and took a risk by starting her very own adult novelty home business party business. Working against the odds, including people who tried to discourage her, one of which was her father, she stood by her dream and pursued to bring passion into the lives of everyday women by creating Athena's Home Novelties in 1998. Today, Athena's is a multi-million-dollar venture and one of the country's premier adult novelty companies. With the spirit of a true entrepreneur, Jen began her business in her home state of Rhode Island at a time when nothing of the sort existed. 15 years and 3 volumes of thank you cards later, Jen finds comfort in knowing Athena's Home Novelties has changed the lives for thousands of people nationwide. Athena's is now in, and I put down 39 and I was corrected today, 43 states, with their headquarters based in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. Athena's parties and business opportunities have allowed party guests, hostesses, goddesses, and Adonai to feel more confident, enlightened, and in tune with their sensuality and sexuality. Jen's vision for an organization that creates lasting bonds and solidarity among women has become a reality. Jen holds her sales meetings in the beautiful Stadium Theater located in Woonsocket, which brings hundreds of people to our state from around the country. In addition to serving as the CEO of Athena's, she edited and co-authored the book Goddess Bedtime Stories. She also founded the charity, the Athena's Cup. This charity seeks to break the world record for having the most bras hooked together to raise awareness for breast cancer. Over 100,000 bras have been donated from all over the world so far. Her goal is to have over 169,000 bras. Jen has gone to Hollywood to some of the biggest events and has bras autographed and donated by TV, movie, and entertainers. In her free time, Jen enjoys traveling the world, attending concerts, and fanatically gardening, she says. She is married to her husband of 18 years and the lover of her life, Curtis. The couple calls North Smithfield, Rhode Island home, where they live with their daughter Rainbow, their son Gabriel, 2 dogs, 1 cat, 1 parrot, and a hedgehog. Here she is herself, the mother goddess herself, Jennifer Jolicoeur. Jennifer, to Curtis, Rainbow, Gabriel, stand please.
Jennifer, it's great seeing you. Representative Phillips.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to also acknowledge one thing, that when she does break that record and gets into the Guinness Book of World Records, I'd like to have a resolution and have her back here so we can officially acknowledge that she is very proud of the state of Rhode Island, and I think this is one of our premier small businesses that have grown out of just an idea and an inventive person. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Representative. Jennifer and your family, welcome to the House of Representatives. I must say, and you heard the giggles and whatnot, it was part of my day that Representative Phillips, Representative Baldelli Hunt, Representative Casey arranged for me to go up and be on the radio and tour companies and facilities in the great city of Woonsocket. And I must say, when they told me what company I was visiting, I giggled a little too, but when I met you and the energy you have, but really showing a lesson about growing a small business and to hear the stories about how you take care of your employees, provide them with health coverage, to watch the systems you develop, and to see what charitable activity you take for the city of Woonsocket, but breast cancer awareness, it reminds me, in terms of that tough vote that I know a lot of us took today, why business is so important to any given state, and to see business, especially in our urban communities like yours, with your energy and your commitment to your employees. Kudos to you, much success to you. I am in awe of you and everything you've done there. And for Representative Phillips to introduce you today is a special treat for all of us. So welcome to the House of Representatives and much success to you. Representative Baldelli Hunt.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's great to have Jen and her family here. Jen's business is located in my district, actually in my neighborhood where I live. Pretty interesting. Some of my colleagues, I could hear them chirping in my ear saying, boy, that would be a good place for a fundraiser, wouldn't it? But I explained to Jen how hot it gets in the chamber, especially at the end of June and at the end of session, and when we have some difficult bills and some votes to take. And Jen thought it would be nice if she could provide all the reps with a little gift come the last week of session. So for the women, so we don't sweat, she is going to give us a deodorant stone. But she understands how men can be a little crotchety, no pun intended. So she is going to be providing dry guys for the gentlemen. So you can look forward to a little gift from Jen from Athena's Home Novelty. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Representative Baldelli Hunt. And for all you guys that bring fans in, from what I hear about this product dry guys, you can leave your fans at home at the end of the session. Leader Newberry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I too want to welcome Curtis and Jen and Rain and Gabe. And just tell a very quick story. My first time I ran for the House, I was walking door to door. I didn't know them. They weren't home. I walked down the long driveway and I saw the giant Athena's mobile and I thought, well, this is interesting. Okay. So I went home and about a week later, my daughter says to me, oh, Dad, I need you to give me a ride to my new friend's house. I said, where's that? And I looked up the address and it was Rain's house. And I thought, this is great. I get to meet these people. They're wonderful people. Thank you for coming, and all the best to you and your business.
Thank you, Leader Newberry.